As in, many people call themselves Ezenwai. But me, I'm a pure native doctor. So that is why I'm being addressed as Dibianwai instead of Ezenwai. And the only Ezenwai that I know, the only female king I know, is the goddess of the river, the water goddess herself, the queen of the ocean. That is the only Ezenwai I recognize and know, and I know. For me, I am Dibianwai. It's even in my family, we have pastors, we have prophetesses, which including my mother is one. Obanji is like people you came into this world, your spirit family, your water family. Do you understand? Your water family. Every human being on earth has a water they come from.
Does it have to be water?
Some come from water, some come from land. So some come from so many places.
Okay. But
mostly, a lot of people are from water. Bible. I love Psalms.
Okay.
My Bible is here because I don't joke with Psalms.
Okay.
There are kind of works that I would want to do. The only thing I read in that Bible is Psalms.
It's Psalms. Well, there are some works you do, like traditionally, that need Psalms.
I wouldn't need this. I wouldn't need this thing. There are some works I would do with just my candle. And
you use candles?
Of course, I use candles.
Okay. I
use candles as well. Okay. Especially when I want to communicate with my water people. I don't spy people. I don't kill people. I don't give poison. In fact, they are not even come to me or call me on phone to do such work for you. Because what I will tell you go better say you don't even try call me at all.
Okay, so guys, before we continue, I always do something before the show starts. I always like to pay homage to all the gods and deities that I meet in the house. So Yoruba people say around mojuba, but I don't know how it is in Igbo, but I don't say it in English now. So all the deities that are in the house, I'm paying homage. We are paying homage to every one of you, and thank you very much for welcoming us into your office and your shrine. Thank you very, very much. So hi guys, welcome again to Legit.ng. My name is Abisola. Alawode. Today's show is very, very different because we journeyed over 7 seas and 7 rivers and 7 mountains just to bring you this particular series. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Amarachi Ugogbemmiri. Please pardon me if I didn't pronounce it well. I'm a Yoruba man. But Amarachi Ugogbemmiri, right?
Yeah.
Amarachi, thank you very much for welcoming us into your home.
Thank you and welcome.
Thank you very much. Like I mentioned, this is a very, very special program because it's not every day we get to interview female traditionalists. Now, we've had a couple of them in the past, but Amarachi is very, very special in the case that all this happened, we connected online.
Yeah.
We connected online, so we saw what you had been doing and we felt like, no, we had to leave our base in Lagos, come down to Asaba and have a discussion with you. So once again, thank you very, very much for welcoming us.
You're welcome.
Into your home. So you were telling me the meaning of Ugogbemmiri.
Yeah.
That it means
the mirror of water. Ugogbe means mirror. Miri means water. Okay. So I am Amarachi Ugogbemmiri, the mirror of water. Nwachitulugo. Ozakwese. That is what I'm known for.
What does that mean? What does Nwachi?
Nwachitulugo means the child that her God made king. Or a child that has the crown. Nwachitulugo. The child that God made king, made king or gave anything. Okay. Made king, let me just use that word, made king.
Okay, so a child that God made king. So I take it you identify, if I call you a Dibia, would I be wrong?
No, I'm a Dibia.
You're a Dibia?
Yeah.
So, but I wasn't aware women can be Dibias.
Well, even in the olden days, women are Dibias.
Okay.
You know, to me, most people identify themselves as an Ezenwai. You get.
What does that mean? What does Ezenwai mean?
Ezenwai is a female king.
Female king.
Yeah, female king.
Eze is king.
Yes,
And
Eze is woman.
Oh, okay.
Which is they call it women king. That is Eze wine. So many people see themselves as in many people call themselves Eze wine. But me, I'm a pure native doctor. So that is why I'm being addressed as Dibian wine instead of Eze wine.
Oh, okay, so it's important for people to understand that.
Yes. And the only Eze wine that I know, the only female king I know is the goddess of the river, the water goddess herself, the queen of the ocean. That is the only Eze wine I recognize and know, and I know. For me, I am Dibia wine.
Dibia wine.
Yes.
Okay. Which
my water name is Ugogbemmiri. That is a title that was given to me from water.
From water?
Yes.
Okay, so I think I need to understand better now. So you said from water. Are you saying like from, are you saying it literally, or from water? From the sea? From
the sea, yeah. Every child, every daughter of the goddess of the sea has a name. Once you have a call, you should be able to know, or you should strive to know your name in the water. Do you understand? You don't just wake up and start answering something. You will be given a title. Some answer Ugogbemmiri, first child of the water. Why me? I answer Ugogbe. That is my name. That is the water name that was given to me. Ugogbemmiri.
Ugogbemmiri.
Yes.
Okay, so you mentioned something that once you get the call. So how do you know? Well, is it like Christians that will say, I was called into ministry? Or is it different for you? So when you get the call?
Well, like me, I can't say, because me, I started from church. My work started from the church.
Okay.
Do you understand? It's kind of something that is inborn. It's inborn. Even in my family, we have pastors, we have prophetesses, which including my mother is one.
So your mother is a prophetess?
Yes.
And you are a Dibia?
Yeah, I'm a Dibia.
Your family meeting will be very interesting. So please continue.
So, all those things, once you have a call, for someone to have a call, it equally means it runs from the lineage.
From the lineage?
Yes. You can't just wake up one morning. Though some people wake up now and go and start collecting powers, going to native doctors to acquire powers to do all those. Just like pastors, some pastors go to the native doctor to acquire powers to do their work. Do you understand? So many people go now. But once you have that call inside of you, the spirit will tell you. Do you understand? Those spirits, once you start aligning with them, they are the ones that will direct you and they will give you the focus. They will tell you this is the particular work you are called to do. Okay. Just like in the Bible, some are called to be preachers, some are called to be pastors, some are called to be, evangelists and the rest of it. So that is how it is in tradition. So many people are called to different types of calls.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I want to ask now, very clear. So you talk about the call. For you, it started in the church.
Yeah.
But we don't see this every day. So are you saying you were in the church and you were like, okay, you know what, this call came and said, you are not supposed to be in the church. You are supposed to be worshiping the goddess of the sea and every other deity that it is. Because that goes against what Christianity is. So please explain.
Okay. This generation, gone are the days when people determine for you what you do on how to do it. So, for me, my call, just as I said earlier, my call started from church. I started spirituality when I was 8 years old. 8 years,
that's when you started manifesting this.
Yes.
Okay.
That was when I started work. First, I started under my mother's church as a prophetess. I see vision, I work. But along the line, when I now grew up, I now started to know that there is more to this
than the
normal Christian way that I know.
Okay.
Which my work started here. I started experiencing so many setbacks in everything I was doing, despite the fact that I was going to church. Despite the fact that I can't deny the fact that I was a Christian. I tried so many, as I was like, I prayed, I do all let me see how it's going to be. Let me know if the courses, but with time, I realized that it was this work that was frustrating me, frustrating my business, frustrating every single thing I laid my hands upon. I was still denying the fact that I can't do this because of where the lineage I come from.
Yes.
And where I was coming from, and the daughter of whom I was, you know, because people are going to like, is it not this girl that started from church?
Because
is it not this?
Even me, I'm surprised. Yeah, not to talk of people that know you.
So they'll kind of be like, is it not this girl that, is it not this church girl? How come that used to work with her mom? Which I do. Some people are still saying it up to today, but I don't care though. So,
okay.
So things started getting from bad to worse, from worse to worse. In fact, everything
you can say. Okay.
Started turning upside down for me. So I started going to places. They say that, you know, you have a call. I know quite alright I have a call, not today. I know because I've been doing it. I've been into it since. I was like, but it's not the same call I've been doing. Yeah, so which kind of, in a church, like which kind of work is it that you people will tell me that I have again? Yeah. They say that you are called to be a water priestess or a native doctor. So I was like, no, now. How can I start after binding and casting? You come and tell me that. It's not funny though, but after binding and casting, how can you just wake up one morning and tell me that I have a call to be a Dibia, a priestess? So, in fact, it wasn't easy. You know, I had to go through a lot. Spent weeks in the hospital, hospitalized.
It affected you physically?
It affected my business. 2 shops demolished under a day, like a day. You were just here. 2 shops were demolished. This one was demolition. The other one, they were demolishing it. You couldn't pick up a pin from it. So it frustrated me. Still, when it was still frustrating me, I was still running away that I can't bring myself. I'm still a young girl. So how would people see me, a young girl, being a native doctor? I was still running away from it. When I now finally realized that, girl, you got to answer this call, whether you like it or not, was when I was hospitalized in the hospital for close to 2 weeks.
Wow.
That was when I know that it's gotten so worse. I can't even stand. I can't even do anything. And I said, okay, I'm finally going to answer the call. So what am I trying to say? Once you have this call, it can frustrate you until you finally decide
in your mind that this is what you want.
That this is you are going to do it. You don't call yourself, they call you. And you are dealing with spirit. Spirit is not something you can now run away from. Once you are dealing with spirit, it's not something you can say, I'm not going to do. Because if you don't do it, they will frustrate you to make sure you do it. And at the end of the day, if you are still running away from it, they will kill you, or rather still, they'll make you mad.
Okay, so I hear you. And one thing has popped up in my mind. So, are you saying by this analogy you've given now, we've had people that have had a lot of problems. You know, films will tell you they took this person to the hospital, they didn't say anything that is wrong. So this could be one of the reasons that these people are going through this much physical trauma in their businesses or anything. Okay.
Yes. Once you have a call,
you must answer that call.
You must answer that call.
No matter where you are.
If you like, you cannot run away from it.
So if I travel now, I cannot.
It will frustrate. There are people that just left here today.
Okay.
The guy came back from Dubai. Do you understand? So it was the same call that frustrated the guy all the way from Dubai. My chief priest in my village, he's a pastor.
The pastor one is a chief priest.
He was a pastor.
Oh, because that would be very bad. Okay.
He was a pastor all the way from Lagos. He went to work. He was preaching. He went to preach on the road. So on the way of preaching, in the name that he went to go and preach, he didn't even know when he entered bus. The next thing he got himself was in Enugu.
From Lagos
to Enugu. Even the whole family were looking for him. Until people called and were like, he's in the village. People were like, doing what exactly? Somebody that just left his house, went on his own way to go and do what he knows how to do best. All of a sudden, you get yourself in the village. So the work, it was still the same work. Now he's now the chief priest. in my village, the chief priest of our deity. Do you understand? He's not the chief priest. He's not the one giving our deity food. So if you do not answer this call, it's either going to frustrate you or it's going to make you mad. So many people you see running around, so many people you see in the streets that drink, some of them smoke, some of them they call it agu.
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 Yes, agu.
Agu. Okay.
That's what they call it in Igbo language. I don't know what they call it, but agu is what we call it.
Okay, so when you see somebody that has agu, you know that.
Yes, it's that call. That person that is fighting is either the call is from the mother's side or from the father's side. Do you understand? These are the two places that the people can get. It's either from the father's lineage or from the mother's lineage.
And you must answer this call.
And you must answer it. It's not something you can run away from. So many girls today has that call. So many young girls, young pretty girls. That's why most of them, you see a young fine girl, the person will be behaving abnormal. You think that it's on Obanji that is disturbing the person. People will be, this person is she a witch or... But you see them running around the street. Some of them, it has turned some of them into highway prostitution. Some of the girls that you see today in the streets are these calls that are disturbing them. But once you do not answer it, it's going to make you useless.
Mess up your life.
It will mess up. It will frustrate hell out of you.
Okay, so now you mentioned something about Obanji, and I know I can't say personally, but from what we've seen and heard, there are people that say Obanji is a thing of the past. That Obanji doesn't exist anymore. Is that true?
It's not true. Obanji exists.
So what is Obanji? What is that?
Okay. Obanji is like, how am I going to put it? Normally, if it was evil, I could have been, But I'm going to look for how to fix it in English so that people will understand
better. Yes,
better.
Thank you for that.
So, Obanji is like people you came into this world, your spirit family, your water family. Do you understand? Your water family. Every human being on earth has a water they come from.
Does it have to be water?
Some come from water, some come from land. So some come from so many places.
Okay. But
mostly, a lot of people are from water. So it's Obanji mostly possesses not just women, it also possesses guys as well.
Obanji can possess a man?
Of course.
Oh wow.
There are male Obanji, there are female Obanji.
Okay. Please continue. Please continue. Because I'm here. You know why? Before you go, so Yoruba people have something they call Egbe. So Egbe means your spiritual companions from heaven. So sometimes, just like you explained, like I said, we've been doing this for a while, so we've spoken to a lot of people that are knowledgeable about these things. So some of them will tell you, if you have certain problems, it is your Egbe they are disturbing you because they want you to recognize them and start dealing with them normally. I think that's the same thing you've explained. That's
the same thing I'm trying to explain.
Okay.
Obanji, there are male Obanji, there are female Obanji. Do you understand? And those people, they are not evil as Nollywood tag them as. Because Nollywood, though, there are some Obanji that are evil. Even in pastors, there are pastors that are evil. There are good ones. There are DBS, native doctors that are good. There are that are pure. And there are still bad ones.
Okay.
So, there are good Obanji, but it's not as evil as people have stacked it to be. What those people normally do is, they frustrate you. Especially when you are not at peace with them. But whenever you are at peace with them, things will start going well for you. Whenever you are at peace with your water family, because they are your water family. Those people, they know you even before you were born. That is why I told you, this is not something you can run away from. If you have the call, it's actually nothing you can run away from. Because these people know you, they know you even before you're existing, before you even know yourself. Do you understand? They see you, they are there with you, and anything you're doing, they are there.
So there is no escaping?
There is no escaping. Those people, they kind of make your life miserable when you do not believe in their existence.
You don't recognize
when you don't recognize them.
And appease them.
And appease them. Not like Because so many people, they will tell you, go and settle your water people, go and settle them, let them go their way so that you go your way. Are you settling water people to go their way so that you go your way? Don't you take water?
You should know escaping.
You drink water, we bathe with water, we wash with water. In fact, water is part of our life. Because if we don't take water, I don't think we are going to survive.
Of course, of course.
So we all need them. They are part of us. Once you are at peace with them, you see things will start going well for you.
Okay.
Once you appease them, not settling, no. Once you appease them, make peace with them. Make peace with your Obanji family. What are they eating now? Just normal thing. With time, when you have small money with you, you buy something like sweet, chewing gum, granules, all those things. Fanta. Those are the things they require.
Obanji will drink Fanta.
Those are the things you go and carry it and keep for them in a T junction, a crossroad.
Okay.
Keep it for them. There you go to your house. At times you drop money for them. There are Obanji Oruzo, Obanji that of the road.
So there are different types.
There are different types.
Oruzo,
yeah, there is Ugogbemmiri.
Water.
Yes, Obanji. They live in the water. There is Obanji Nuana.
What's Nuana?
The Obanji of the land.
Okay.
Those ones, they are like human beings like us. They walk around anytime, any day. You see, most of the people you see walking around, they are not humans. So they walk around, they are on the earth. They move around like us. You know, there are Obanji in the water. Them too, they are in the water. So that's why everything you are doing, always go to the water, appease them. Be at peace with them. Once you're at peace with those people, they will just be fighting for you.
They'll be fighting for you, and
yes,
your life will generally be easy. Okay.
Period.
Okay, so I'm glad you've explained this. So let's digress a little bit now. So I'm looking at you now. I'm seeing your piercing on your nose, and you have multiple piercings in your ear. I think your tongue is pierced as well.
No.
It's not?
Yes.
Are you? It's not? Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, but you look like a normal, without the... Explain your outfit. So, because you're wearing white, you're holding like a fan. You have the Yoruba people call it the horse's tail.
Okay.
You understand? And you're wearing a crown, like a beaded crown, and you have beads, and you're wearing a cape, and you're sitting on a skin, an animal skin, which I'm looking at. I don't know what animal is this. So that's what I'm saying. Explain what your appearance. Do you have to always appear like this?
No, you know, gone are the days when they tell you that native doctors or DBS, they'll stay in their little huts. they are just there, you know. But now, the world has advanced, and we are also advancing with it, you know.
Okay.
We are adapting to it as well. So my work doesn't stop me from being who I am.
Yeah.
That I have a call doesn't make me different from any other person. The only different thing is that I have a third eye, you don't.
Oh, you have a third eye?
That is for spiritual eyes. Yeah, I call it third eye. Because among the two eyes there are another. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying is, because now you are saying, I'm seeing it like I'm inclined to believe that you have a third eye. Because if somebody stops me on the road and says he has third eye, I look at it like, who be this one? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So what does the third eye do? It helps you. It's the spiritual eye, right?
It's a spiritual eye for you to know what happens in the realm of the spirit. You know, most pastors, they do have a third eye. That's why they can prophesy.
So the power does not come from God. It comes from...
Every power comes from God.
Okay, please explain.
Every power comes from God. That somebody has... It's God that calls the person. It's God that calls everybody.
Okay.
You know? Some people, that's why I told you, I said earlier that so many people has different type of gifts. Some are gifted to be a prophet and prophetesses. Some are gifted to see vision. Some are just dream. So my own, I have a third eye. Same from God. Because if God did not give me that third eye, I will not be seeing. Though there is something that they give people now that they call Osenabo.
What does that mean?
Osenabo is just like a charm that people used to see. That's what most pastors use. In seeing their vision, seeing...
So it's a charm that they go and collect.
Yes.
And they will put it on their face and they'll start seeing vision.
Some they swallow it. Some the charm is being prepared with sometimes dog. They use dog in preparing the charm. Some they use vulture, I don't know. So they take it. That's what most pastors use now, especially those that are not called. Those that do not have that gift.
Those that call themselves. What's the charm again?
They Osenabo. They will drink, they will some eat it, some drink it, some I don't know how they do it. Some they put it in their body. The charm will be speaking to them. When they see people, it will be speaking to them, telling them everything that they need to know about that person. So some of those pastors I'll see, you ate rice this morning. Thank you for exposing them. Very good.
Okay. So yes, that's how it works. So talk to me about this skin. What animal is this? You're sitting on the animal skin.
Well, this animal skin is mainly for my consultation.
Okay.
I use it for my consultation. So once I put it on the floor, carry my afa.
Okay. What is afa?
Afa is the things we use for consultation.
Okay.
The items we use as me, as a priestess, and as a water priestess. I use my afa mirror, which is there. I use my afa mirror, so I put it on top of the animal skin. I use it to sit. I use it to consult with the gods.
With the gods. So it's like a phone.
Yes.
Like a spiritual phone.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, guys that are watching at home, we've been speaking with Amarachi Ugogbemmiri. My Igbo is improving. Amarachi Ugogbemmiri. I like the fact that it's flying off my tongue now. So we are in a shrine and she's going to explain a couple of things to us. So obviously we cannot ignore the cross now. Look at this is a cross. This is a cross and this is a shrine. Ideally, this is a Bible I'm looking at. Ideally, these things are not supposed to be in the same space. According to what we are told, according to the tenets of Christianity. You understand? But we are looking at your shrine now, we have them here. Why?
Okay, this is my shrine, as you said. Everybody has their own method, of course. So this is mine. This is who I am. I told you initially, I was raised up in a church.
Church, okay.
There are some things that even if you try to live it, it can never leave you. So as blue, this blue here is just a design that I wanted to put. Because water people love blue.
Water people love blue?
Yes, they love blue and white. So that is the reason why, according to how they showed me in my dream that I should design the altar for them with a blue, a white with a touch of blue.
Okay.
So I now decided to do it like this. This is me that did.
This is you that made this because this is a sign of the cross.
This is me that made mine like this. Yes. Okay. Not that it means anything. It doesn't mean anything. But this is what I saw. This is what they told me to do. I do it exactly how I saw it.
Shown to you.
Yes.
Ask you to do like this. Okay.
Because they love blue. My water people love blue so much.
Okay.
That's why, as you can see, I'm also wearing it white and blue. Yes. This is me. This is our attire.
White and blue.
White and blue.
Anybody I see in white and blue. Okay. So how about the Bible then?
Bible. I love Psalms.
Okay.
My Bible is here because I don't joke with Psalms.
Okay.
There are kind of works that I would want to do. The only thing I read in that Bible is Psalms.
It's Psalms. Well, there are some works you do like traditionally that need Psalms.
I wouldn't need this. I wouldn't need this thing. There are some works I would do with just my candle. And
you use candles?
Of course, I use candles.
Okay.
I use candles as well. Okay. Especially when I want to communicate with my water people. Okay. This is not about my deities. My deities has their own. As you can see there, my deities has their own. Okay. But this is me and my water people here.
So the candle helps in communicating?
Yes, the candle helps. There are 4 elements in life. There is the water, there is the fire, there is the earth, and there is
the earth.
The earth.
Yes.
So to communicate with the universe, you need those 4 things.
Okay.
Which, that's why I use candle. Candle signifies light. And I also use incense. Incense signifies air.
Okay.
With the sand and with the water. This is me sending message to the universe by using those 4 items that I just mentioned. So that's why I do use candle. In fact, if I want to do any work, I use candle.
You use candle. So is the color of the candle, does it have any importance? It can just be white or blue.
Yeah, some candle, like me, there are kind of works that I want to do. If for purity, I use white candle.
Okay.
For celebration, I use blue candle.
Okay.
Blue is also a sign of celebration.
Okay.
So I use blue candle. There are some negative, to remove negativity, and there are some dangerous work I want to do. I use black candle.
There's black candle?
Yes.
So black candle is for all those kind of works?
Yes.
Okay.
To remove negativity, or there are some kind of strong works you want to do. Oh, all these witches and wizards, all those kind of works, I use black.
To fight them?
Yes. To do, to use red, I usually use red when it has to do with maybe you're working for the person for peace and love to reign in their family and the rest of it. I use red candle. You know, then maybe for financial open doors and the rest, I use green candle.
There's green candle?
Of course, there is.
Oh, wow. So all these things you're saying now, are you saying that somebody can hear them now and decide that, okay, I want to do a prayer of against witches and wizards in my family now? He goes down on black candle. No. You have to know what to do. You have to know how to do and how you will do it. Which is not everything that will be saying here. Of course. Once you have that call, that spirit there, maybe you just be here, maybe the spirit tell you, do this, see how you're going to do it. Do it like this, and you will do it, so, and it will work out for you. Okay, so you didn't learn the art of being a Dibia? I did not learn anything. You didn't learn, this is just from the spirit? This is just, you know, when as just said that I was sick before. When I was sick, I was like, what am I going to do now? How am I going to start? You know? And me being the kind of person that I hate going to people, I hate complaining, I hate, you know, that I hate telling people my problems or how to help me. So when this whole thing started, I thought within myself, okay, since you people called me, not that I called myself, and I've been working before under my mother's church. So I use candles very well. Because my mom used candle. It's a spiritual ministry. She uses candle. So I'll just come, light my candle, and started praying. You know, the only difference with me and my prayer is that I don't call Jesus. That's the only difference. So how do you pray? I pray to my ancestors. Okay. The gods and goddesses of the land. My water people. My forefathers, I call them by their names. I know their names. Yes. As if you want to do it, if you want to be, as in, if you are coming back into tradition, first of all, you know things about yourself. You first of all know where you are from. Once you know them, once you know your lineage, then you don't have any problems. Because your forefathers are your ancestors. You know, they are your ancestors. They are in fact, they are your own God. They are your own God that has gone, that are protecting you now from the land of the dead. They are the ones protecting you. Okay. Do you understand? Yes. So all those people now, I call them by their names. One by one. One by one, one after the other. Wow. Because once you know them, they will know you. And they'll be protecting you. Though some people, church, Christianity has made us believe that our forefathers are evil. But if they were evil, how come do they live long? Okay. How come do they live long? Our forefathers, especially people that stands by the truth, lived a long life. They didn't die like chicken as we are dying now.
In the olden days, like my grandmother was telling me, that in the olden days, if somebody died, they will go through alpha consultation to do what? To find out why that person died.
Okay.
And what killed that person. But this time around, somebody died, we are all relaxing, praying and hoping. You don't know what killed the person.
The person has died now. Why do you want to know what killed the person?
That's the problem.
So
that's the thing. We need to be knowing. We need to be spiritually conscious.
Okay, if somebody dies of COVID, what's the spiritual consciousness about that one? He has died, he has died.
Now, he has died. Because of what? But at least you know that it was COVID-19 that killed the person.
Okay, so in situations where you do not know what happened.
Yeah, in a situation where you do not know what happened. Some people, especially many youths of those days. Sorry, but let me go this far. Let me go this deeper.
No, please. We are here to see this. Okay.
So especially youths of these days now, you know, so many of them are dying because of what they did.
Okay.
As you can see, Yahoo is now what is reigning in the world. Not just that they are doing Yahoo, but they are now using human beings to do Yahoo. Okay, like in the olden days, now, let's say in the olden days, according to my grandmom, if this kind of youth now died, people now gather, you know, and be like, let's first of all find out what killed this young man. Then, when they now find out what killed that young man, if it is something that the person did, you will hear, they will now tell the person, take that person to the evil forest and go and bury that person.
Because of what he did.
Because of what he did. Why? Because you wouldn't want the sin of that person to contaminate the rest of the town or the rest of the village.
Okay.
But now, you can see somebody that died of maybe waiting the person do the pursue. Or what the person, or what the evil, or maybe the person killed or hurt somebody, and the thing is tormenting that person. And tomorrow now, the person now die. A lot of people will gather and be eating rice, drinking, eating swallow. Ordering food and all this stuff.
Okay.
You know, but you don't know what killed that person. So that is why I'm saying, like, in the olden days, you strive to know what really happened.
And we need to return to those ways.
And we need to return to those ways, to our ancestors' ways. Because that is the best.
I hear you, and I understand.
That is the best. Instead of we calling the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Elijah, the God of this, the God of that. Start calling upon the God of your forefathers.
You should leave those ones alone. Okay. I hear you now, but again, I'd like to ask, you've said it, but we have other DBS that are doing this work for these young boys and young girls that are doing it. Is there not a code for DBS now? Are you not supposed to tell people that, okay, if somebody comes to you and say he wants to do your clothes now, he wants to do this, I know you're supposed to tell the person you are not doing it. But so if we still have DBS that are doing the work, why are they doing it if we have this kind of repercussion?
You know, I said something earlier that in as much as we all have our separate gifts, not everybody is keeping their hands clean in this work. Not everybody is keeping their hands clean. Nothing like anything you're doing in life to keep your hands clean. Igbo people call it ojiofo.
Okay.
Ikwaka gyoto. Keeping your hands clean.
That's what
Jidofo.
Jidofo. That's somebody's name, no? Oh, it means keeping your hands clean.
Jidofo. It means keeping your hands clean. Let me just use that word. It means keeping your hands clean.
Okay.
You know? So, not everybody are doing that now. Just as you said, it's DPS that are doing that work for them. There are still good pastors. There are still good DBS. But that doesn't mean that there is no evil ones. Among the 12, there is always be a Judas.
Yes, yes.
So that is why those sets of people, I told you people that so many people go out to acquire this power. They go out to acquire this power because they feel maybe with this power they can be able to get wealth. They can be rich. They can have everything they want to. So which is not good. There are some kind of things you get now. There are some kind of works that will come to me. The spirit I'm working with will tell me, don't accept it. And I will not accept it. I don't tie people. I don't kill people. I don't give poison. In fact, you dare not even come to me or call me on phone to do such work for you. Because what I will tell you, you go better say you don't even try call me at all.
You know what you do for us now. I want to that thing. I know people will come meet you afterwards. I want time my husband. I want time my sister. I want time this person. Let me talk and give you the.
Are you tying your husband? Do you have a good character? It's maybe so many people. It's their character that is pursuing their husband.
So it's not even a spiritual thing.
So there might be something spiritual.
Okay.
But if we face spiritual, we should also face physical.
Okay.
Do you understand? It might be spiritual or it might be physical. But first and foremost, a lot of them, so many women, social media is kind of deceiving so many these days that you feel maybe you can be rude or you can be arrogant, and tomorrow you expect your husband not to go outside. And tomorrow you are now jumping from one spiritualist place to another, looking for who to tie and who to lose.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So those kind of a thing, first and foremost, you examine yourself, check your life first. Then when you now within yourself see that this is beyond me, then you now face it spiritual, but this shouldn't mean you should go and look for somebody's son to tie. If you can only do some spiritual work. If it didn't go, or maybe if it didn't come back, then you let it go. That is your own God trying to tell you and guide you. I do tell people, so many young girls be like, this guy promised me marriage, promised me this, he didn't later come, he's running away. I will tell you, first and foremost, when I check, if it's spiritual, I will tell you. That's why in everything you're doing, first and foremost, consultation is number one. You consult. Igbo people call it Igbo Afa. Afa consultation.
Igbo Afa.
Igbo Afa.
Igbo Afa. Okay.
So we call in English they use the word consultation, consulting the spirit. So when I consult first and check and know, is this thing ordinary? What can be the problem? The spirit will now tell me. I'll now tell you, okay, this is what you will do, this is what you will do. But when I see that this person is not, but so many people, they have become too desperate that even when you tell them, in fact, it's even people say that are even making spiritualists to be wicked. Why? Because you will tell them, there is no road here. They will end up, for those that want to be deceived with money, maybe they will use money and blind that person and tell you, I can pay for any amount, I can do this, I can do that, just do it for me, I like the guy, just tie him, just do that, just do this.
Are you married?
No, I'm not.
Is there a reason why you're not married? Is this because of your work, or you decided that you're not married?
No, I didn't decide I'm not going to marry you. Which I will marry, but this kind of our work, most people get scared that because they see us that we are evil. But within ourselves, that we are not evil and we are not doing anything evil. So why buy some that they come because of what they can gain from you?
But you have the thought, and I want you to be able to know these people when they come.
You'll be able to know, but even at that, the word love is not something you can, some will come with a good faith, but along the line, they will change.
Okay.
After all, as the Bible was telling people that Satan was worse than an angel. Okay. So those kind of a thing, So it's not as if the person that I don't want to get married or something. The right person yet. I've not seen. Give us. You never know. This kind of interviews, the right person for you to watch it and say he wants to come. So tell us the kind of man you want, or the kind of partner you want. Me, I need somebody that is spiritually enlightened. Spiritually enlightened. So you're like an Afa. Not an Afa. Afa is spiritually enlightened. As in, I need a deep spiritualist. You know,
does it have to be a traditionalist?
It's no more that it has to be a traditionalist.
So you are saying
but somebody that
you are saying you can live with somebody who is not a traditionalist.
Yeah, I can live with somebody who is not as long as the person understands my work and understands that and respects the people I'm worshiping. You know, there was a post that I made before that made people kind of even that made your colleague to contacted me in the first place. So that was what I said, that I will not be doing anything like white wedding, not like church wedding in my list.
It's only traditional wedding.
It's only traditional wedding. I'm going to my shrine.
You can't manage the shrine.
Wow.
Hey. So if you want to come okay.
So it has to do with my personal beliefs.
Which makes sense. So Amarachi, thank you very much
Thank
for inviting
you
us for this wonderful conversation we've just had. I know a lot of people that watch this will understand what exactly it is you do personally, and you know, for traditionalists all over Nigeria and all over the world as well. So like I mentioned earlier, we met Amarachi on Facebook. That's how we got to this place. So I'd like you to tell the people your social media handle so they can come to you directly if they want to. You know, when you say consult with the gods, you are one of the people who can do that. So let's please tell them your social media handles and how they can reach out to you.
My social media handle, I have my Facebook page, I have my Facebook group, and I have my Facebook main account. My Facebook main account is Precious Gift Amarachi. That's my Facebook main account. But by my Facebook page is Amarachi Ugogbemmiri, Home of Spiritual Discovery and Solution. So you can also search for my Facebook group, Amarachi Ugogbemmiri, Home of Spiritual Discovery. So that is it. And or better still, you can contact me through my number 081-644-94582.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard Amarachi. So thank you very much. If you'd like to follow Legit on all platforms, on Instagram, we are legit.ng, on Facebook, we are legit.ng, on YouTube, we are legit TV, on Twitter, we are legit.ng. If you'd like to follow me as well, it's Abisola Alawode on Twitter, and Abisola, the great Abisola. I have to account what was stolen from me by the enemies. So it's the great Abisola on Instagram and Abisola Alawode on Twitter. Thank you very much, guys. So Amarachi, do you have any last words?
Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, and follow Legit News for your legit confirmation. And whatever you are doing in this life, just keep your hands clean. All right? Keep your hands clean. Do not kill, do not hurt people, so that, because karma is a bitch. Once you know, whatever you do to people, that's what will be done to you. And you should also be aware that the land, this land that we are working upon, it does not forget. So that which you sow is what you are going to reap. Keep your hands clean. See no evil, think no evil, do no evil. Thank you very much.
All right, guys, thank you very much. We'll have an amazing evening.